This is the next big pot.
Judge MDD, scores the contest 112-115. Judge Paul Thomas 112-115. Judge Donald Treader 113-115. The winner and the new fight. Super Featherweight Champion of the world from Cambridge in Scotland, Ricky Alvarez. The dream comes true for Ricky Alvarez. A massive upset, a huge shot in the arm.
I laid out the blueprint. Yes, they gave him the decision. They gave him the fight. He beat me, but the blueprint is right there. Just look at it. I took it out of the vault and I handed it over to Canelo Alvarez.
To be honest, Harrison's the biggest moment inside boxing. And your reaction to David Price after Angola called me out that midget, yeah. I'll fight David Price any day of the week. You see, you come from Liverpool. It's personal between me and you. And I'm going to do you some serious weeks. Alright, thanks, next lot.
Brilliant, like I say, for the centre itself, those community centre. Amir Khan gets the big fight with Pacquiao and the world champions, the lads that are coming through. It'll be a fantastic. I equate this to the Kronk in America way back in the time. You know what? Fuck Joe Gallagher. Fuck Joe Gallagher. Fuck Joe Gallagher.
Fuck Joe Gallagher.
Fuck Joe Gallagher. Fuck Joe Gallagher. Fuck Joe Gallagher. Fuck Joe Gallagher.
I got him in the cage, right? Not the cage.
The plan is to have Algieri knock Pacquiao out.
Yes, but I still got him in the cage. He listens to me very well. I'm gonna let him listen.
Round 10?
Round 10 or 11. I'm gonna let him go.
Now I only have one other thing to do, and that's to fight Thomas Hearns. And I plan on breaking every bone in his body.
But what works is they're going to go and chase Leo Santa Cruz. I told them, and I told them on Wednesday, you're not going to get Santa Cruz. But I told them, you're not going to get Martinez.
Now, coming to you live, the next big pot!
Welcome back to the next big pod. This is episode 63. Ooh. Apologies for last week. We didn't do a show. I'll blame Shep more for that because he should have took over when I wasn't here, but he didn't do it. And everybody else is a fucking retard, and they couldn't run the pod. Who's that?
You've put yourself on mute. You're on mute, you daft cunt.
Aye, I fucked that up. I don't know what the fuck was happening there. I've been off a week and I absolutely fucking ruined it.
Well, that's a good start.
Anyway, I don't even know what to do. Right, we're going to start with the fucking Frampton card. This has been an absolute disaster. Right, before you go, don't even like the pod, right? Just fucking dislike it because of that start. That was absolutely horrendous. That was just a Joe Gallagher start. Basically, what I've done was I've just fucked up the first couple of rounds and I'm waiting for the fucking opponent to tire out. But we're just going to get right onto the Frampton card because I'm pretty embarrassed. As you can see, look, my nice fucking brun face. Ah, sunbed out of my fucking nut. Right, Sam, you're on the call, aren't you?
This is going fucking brilliantly.
Amazing. He's just basically fucked off. Right, I'm going to start off with the Frampton card, right, and we can just people can just wade in. Right, for me it's no fight of the year, but it's a close second. I've still got Salido Vargas the fight of the year. I think basically because Salido was kind of hurt a couple of times and he kind of came back, but at no point did I really think that either of these two fighters were hurt at all. I've wrote everything down. I'm not going to go through everything with regards to. I've just got a fucking hunters of shit wrote down with the rounds. What I'm going to say is, Frampton fought a great good fight. See if you go back to the last podcast, I think it was when we had Mark and Joey and all that on. What I said was Cal's jab's underrated because he's a smaller fighter. People make it as if he's got these wee midget arms and he doesn't know how to fight. It's as if like, people see Cal, they see his like, body shape, and they all of a sudden have this idea that he needs to be like this kind of brawler, this wee in and out fighter, and that's just not the case. See if you watch was it the Gonzalez, that the guy who could put down twice in the first round? See if you watch that, see after the first couple of rounds, he actually out-jabbed him. And what me and Mark says was, Cal Frampton is a far better boxer than Leo Santa Cruz, and what's going to happen here is he's going to actually judge distance. He's going to basically just kind of come in with a jab. His overhand right was fucking mint it. I basically gave the first 2 rounds to like Cal. I know there were some people that had. I seen like cards that had like Cal winning the first 4 or 5 rounds, but I didn't see that. I really didn't see it. So Sam, are you back yet?
He's dead.
He's dead, right?
But
Ainsley,
anyway,
you seen this?
yeah, I had it 8-4, just FYI.
Yeah.
To Frampton. I don't know. There were a few close rounds, but I thought Frampton would clear it off.
Right, see, this is the thing, though, there was a couple of swing rounds, right?
Can you hear me or not?
We
I
can
hear
now.
you fine now.
Oh, yeah, I was talking then, but obviously you couldn't hear me.
Right, I'm going to get through this, right, and you can jump in, right? See the first round, I've got, like, Santa Cruz threw the more punches, but Cal was the more accurate, more power punches, and I think that was kind of telling in the whole, basically the full fight. That's how it kind of played out. The second round, I had both doing well. Leo Santa Cruz was doing well, and then inside he was throwing his jab, the overhand right. Cal fucking rocked Leo Santa Cruz with a left hook. I was the one that he kind of stumbled back, and if it wasn't for the ropes, he would have. I think he would have probably went down.
Yeah, John Rollins said that he slipped or some shit, didn't he? Which was just a bit stupid.
I don't think so. I mean, I like John Rollins and that, but I listened to their podcast before the Frampton fight, and he made out as if like Kell Brook's got a good chance of winning this fight because Kell Brook's the best fighter that fucking control. But see the thing is though, they're going with like he's the best fighter as in like talent wise, but see the weight matters, but we'll go into that because we'll probably shit that bit.
Well, just FYI, John Rollins a Sheffield United fan.
Rollins
that's probably why he's fucking backing him.
Rollins prone to fucking repping the flag and all. I gave the third round to Leo Santa Cruz. I think he was like the busier fighter, and before people jumped in my throat with what I'm going to like redo or this right. Everybody knows I prefer a boxer. But I don't score a fight just because he's a boxer, right? I had Canelo beating Lara 115, 113, right? When loads of people had Lara, right? I think like this was like the Thurman Porter fight where both guys fought well, and it's not as if like somebody came out like looking any worse. I actually fucking really like. I actually really like the fight.
Well, it's a proper fight, isn't it, where you can lose and look good in defeat. Like that's what happens in 50-50s.
Right. This is a controversial bit here, right? I gave Leo Santa Cruz the last round, right? I thought he worked better for range. I thought it was a bit of tear up the last round. With Cal worked better. That's another thing. Cal's inside game's fucking really underrated. I thought he bullied Leo Santa Cruz at times. He was pushing him back and he was going toe to toe. And we kept hearing this if Quigg fought the first 8 rounds the same way he fought the last 4, he would have fucking beat Cal. Cal stood his ground with Quigg and took his game off him. He stood his fucking ground. He lost 3 rounds, right? And he come back in the 12th and absolutely fucking schooled Quigg at his own game. You see this like piss if he done this on the first round? No, because it's not as if like the 9th, 10th, and 11th round against like Quigg won this so convincingly. He was having to fucking go toe to toe and slug it out. So
people make out them last few rounds. Quigg Frampton was like bloody Chavez fake Chavez and Sergio, like just hanging on for dear life.
I'm trying to get through my card here to find out what round it was. It was one of the rounds, right? And Barry Jones, it was really, really fucking tight. It was really tight, and I sat for about half a minute after the round finished, and I was like, I don't know who I'm scoring this round, mate, and I don't score 10-10 rounds. I fucking refuse to do it. And Barry Jones says, so convincingly, I think that was a Cal Frampton round, and I was like, well, I don't fucking think so. So in the back of my head was, the American judges are going to score that for Santa Cruz because it's so close. So I scored that round to Santa Cruz. I went against my whole fucking philosophy in life and went against Barry Jones, right?
So you went with what you thought the judges would do, not what you thought. Yeah.
The round was that close that I couldn't pick a winner, but I was refusing to do a 10-10 fucking round winner. So I
why? The knowledge, they're good enough for the knowledge. They should be good enough for you.
Well, fuck the knowledge. I just clicked on here. Here's the controversy. Here's the fucking controversial part here. My scorecard at the end of this was 115, 113 Leo Santa Cruz. And we all know I'm no biased, and I'm a fucking fanboy of Cal Frampton. But there was like one of the rounds that I fucking picked it to be different. So I had that fight a draw, right? But I'll just go with the scorecard that I had down. I basically had Leo Santa Cruz win that. That was as tight a fight as I've fucking seen. But what did I pick on the predictions? I says Cal Frampton would win split decision. So technically, I was right and everybody else was wrong. But
it's a majority decision, wasn't it? So.
Aye, whatever. So,
I've scored it twice. I watched it twice, and the first time I had it 114, 114. The second time I watched it, the only round I scored differently was the 12th, and I give that to Carl the second time round. I thought he got the better of the 12th. At the time, I was just caught up in the fight, and I think I just evened it up to be fair. But I definitely think Carl won it.
Yeah, but let's just remind everyone that Press Pass tweeted that
I'll find the tweet.
He's a better boxer. There's basically no way that Frampton could win.
Who said that?
Press Pass.
Press Pass says that there was no way Cal Frampton. I mean, see, the Press Pass is a big fucking horrible looking sex offender, though. Look, do we take anything that he says with any fucking grain of salt? He is just a big fucking sleazy bastard. I was watching Human Traffic last night. That it's that clubbing one, right? And the lassie's like working in Burger King or something like that, and her boss is a pure fucking creepy bastard, and it looked as if like he was covered in Vaseline and his sweat was dripping off him. He was just pure sleazy. That's Press Pass. He's a big horrible fucking mutant. You could see if you watched some fucking space film and it's just like, what's that? I'm getting off on a tangent here and I can't even fucking think of the film. But anyway, you're an alien. Right, so Sam, what was your scorecard? What did you think of the fight?
Well, I scored it twice, like I said.
Starship Troopers. That's it. Fucking Press Pass. You know something like that. Starship Troopers, you big ugly prick.
What, you mean that the brain bug that just...
The arachnids.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I scored it twice, like I said. First time was a draw. Second time, I give it to Frampton by a round. I thought Frampton really impressed me. I thought, well, like I said before, I thought I would give the fight to Frampton and that he would get robbed. And when they did the 114, I thought, oh, here we go then. Gonna take it off him. But that would have been my scorecard anyway, so I wouldn't have moaned then. So, but either way, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch, but I don't want to see it straight away.
You know what I found weird, mate? Like, see at the end of the fight when they were waiting for the scorecards to get read out. I was watching Leo Santa Cruz. I was watching Cal, and Cal was fucking super confident here, like as if, and I was like, is my head that ruined because I got up at about 5-6 in the morning and watched it before I fell asleep? I was like, is my head that ruined? I was like, is he this confident that he knows he won? And see, when like I've seen that all the scorecards on Twitter, I was like, what have I been watching then? I've maybe gave this to like Leo Santa Cruz and like they're about it's like one swing round, like so it's maybe a draw. But Cal looked fucking mega confident with the scores getting wrong. See, it says 114, 114. He didn't blink or nothing because you know how like when Mayweather got that majority, he looked absolutely fucking raging. There, I got my wee Mayweather bit in there. I always do.
Well, if you're in that fight, if you're Carl, you know you've landed the heavier.
This is it.
You've landed the better work. I mean, but then, do you score rounds because you've hurt someone more, even though you've been hit about 20 more times? It depends what you like, doesn't it?
But that's mad though. Like, it was fighting in New York, and it's the guy that was more accurate. I mean, other than the likes of maybe like Floyd Mayweather that doesn't throw as many punches but is more accurate, how many people really gets fucking scored a fight like that? I was fucking shocked that he got that decision. Not saying that he didn't deserve it, but the scorecard. I listened to a podcast the other day, and they says that they had Frampton winning by there was that Paul Zanin. He's a fucking Jap side, but he says he had it 9-3 to Frampton, and I've heard. I'm pretty sure the boxing rant says they had it maybe 8-4 and on. They had no problem with these scorecards, and I was like.
Yeah, but they hate Al Heyman.
I had it 8-4.
I don't. But this is Nestor Gibbs is a snitch. It's like I'm so surprised that the Americans fucking had this like 7-5, 8-4 to Frampton, because I was like, you are really educated in your boxing, the Americans, right? But they just love a fucker that wants a tear up and just throws so many punches no matter what.
Yeah, but I've seen like people compare Leo Santa Cruz to Margarito, and although he's a volume puncher, it's completely different. There's no pop in his shots at all. He's got no fucking power.
Oh, Cal's got a fucking chin on him as well. There's another thing that fucking dispels that myth. Lee Wallace is a grass, we know that. It dispels that myth.
They like the proper Mexicans, don't they, with power, like proper like brick fists and that, to go out to war. Leo ain't like that.
Yeah, but they were going on about him having loads of power because he knocked some fucking guy out who used to clean his pool.
He wears them down. It's not powered. It's not his power. He wears people down with a volume of shots, isn't it? It's not. He's not. It's a sexy of Josh Warrington, isn't it? Yeah, and like even the way he throws so many shots, he's not. He doesn't set anything up. He just sets things up. The previous shots he's thrown. He throws punches to make up for his technical.
You've just teed me right up there. No, what I noticed about Leo Santa Cruz, he cannot throw a punch without resetting himself. He'll throw like a couple of punches and see what Frampton would do. Frampton had all his weight on his back foot, and then he would shift it to his front foot to fucking move backwards like a couple of inches. So Leo Santa Cruz wasn't in range. And what would that do? Leo Santa Cruz didn't know what to do, so he had to constantly reset his stance to throw punches. He's a good wee fighter, but he's as basic as fuck.
Yeah, he makes up for it with the amount of punches he throws.
Yeah, but this is it. The punching. They said that he threw over 1,000 punches, but see what I was tweeting when I was watching. I was like, this is like a Bernard Hopkins kind of fight, like an Andre Ward, where the guy that normally throws so many fucking punches, his punch volume is a way down because his feet was coming back at him. I didn't think Santa Cruz threw that amount of punches. I don't fucking believe that for 1 minute.
Well, he doesn't throw any. He doesn't do anything else other than throw punch. He doesn't feint. He doesn't set anything up. He doesn't set traps. He throws punches from the first second of the round to the last second of the round. There's nothing in between. He doesn't try and walk anyone onto shots, moving them. Literally, I'll throw as many shots as I can and hit you with half of them and see.
But I think that fucked him in that fight, because I think you were doing it early on, and a lot of it was doing fuck all. And then if you keep doing that, later on I think the judges just thought, well, all he's doing is throwing, it's not doing anything.
We all know what's kryptonite to a volume puncher, don't we? And it's to hurt him early, and then they think twice about throwing. And for
that was fucking beautiful in the second round.
We all said that's what he needed to do, hurt him early, make him respect his power, and that's exactly what he did. If he wouldn't have done that, perhaps it could have been a different story. But it wasn't, so we'll never know.
Yeah, it is.
You've jumped on the call, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Sorry for being late.
No, you're cool. What was your score for the Frampton fight?
I scored it. I was deliriously tired watching it, but live. But I scored it 115, 113 to Frampton, and I did the same again. I think it was the Monday after. When I watched the fight, I thought, there were a lot of swing rounds in my opinion. Maybe 3 or 4, which is quite a couple. I wouldn't have argued with a draw or if it went the other way. And that's what I predicted before the fight. I think they were both very well matched, albeit in different areas. I think we all knew Carl had to win early rounds. But what my worry was before the fight was that if he got pegged back or if he didn't win early rounds, how would he be chasing the fight? And I think Santa Cruz had a really good 6 and 7. But Frampton was more than able to stand with him, which was probably the one aspect of the fight which did surprise me. I didn't think he'd stand shoulder to shoulder with Santa Cruz as much as he did. All in all, I thought it was a really good fight. Being a biased Welshman, I'd rather see Frampton fight Lee Selby next in a Santa Cruz rematch.
I've got something for this.
No, we'll come on to that, Don't fucking, I'm trying to get a bit of order here. I made a cunt of the right at the start, so don't put me off track here. See the 6th and 7th round, that kind of, my arse kind of started making buttons, because I thought, I was like, because I thought I was defended Carl Stammer. I think it's a bit of a myth. Let's see when people saying he's not got a good gas tank. Well, see if you watch his fights, he puts so much into the early fucking rounds that you're obviously going to tire. Nobody can fight at the same pace constantly for every single minute, every round. And the thing with Carl is he's a boxer puncher, but if he see when he's throwing power punches, he loads up. So it takes a lot out of you. I don't think his gas tank's that bad. He fucking boxed 12 rounds with Kiko Martinez. For me, Kiko Martinez is a bigger puncher than fucking Leo Santa Cruz will ever be.
I think it's a myth as well about Frampton's, you know, that he's fatigued in later fights. I think if you look at the first Kiko fight, it was, you know, maybe it might have been like the 5th and the 6th where Kiko had some success, and then Frampton come back to. You know, he showed he carried his power late in that fight as well. I thought he won the, you know, as you touched on just before I joined, I thought he won the last round against Quigg, and even, you know, the last 4 rounds of that fight were all very close. But, you know, he showed gas in that fight. I think it's a bit of a myth, and I don't know, some fighters do just get labelled. Like, I always argue that George Groves won the last round against Badou Jack, so is his, you know, gas tank that bad? I just think that some fighters just get labelled, and it sticks, you know, without reason sometimes.
I think it's a fair assumption with Groves that he's got some sort of stamina issue, because he
wilts, doesn't he? It's not like he tires. He wilts in fights.
Yeah, but you
can see it from I don't know, 4 or 5 rounds. He's not the same fighter that he was in the first bell. I mean,
but Groves is fucked with the weight. I don't think he could make one.
It's massive. See, when I met him, I've said this before, see when I met him in Belfast, he is a big guy for like fucking super middleweight. He is big.
But
and
obviously, I think
shoulders like that. Well, there's no point in him going to 175 because he'd end up having to fucking do a casket match, wouldn't he? Because he'd die in that. But right, so like basically, was there MD through some of the pods, and I can't even remember. Like I listened to the Asylum, and they had it. I'm pretty sure they had it maybe 8 format to Frampton as well. I was maybe giving Leo Santa Cruz the benefit of doubt some of the rounds, but I just score rounds the way I see it. I don't. But as I say, I gave Canelo the fight to Lara, and I'm a big fan of Lara. I'm not a bias scorer.
Do you know what is though, Brian? When you get a close fight with a couple of swing rounds, you can have it, you know, where you could have it a draw, or you could have them 4 rounds apart. So it's you know, that's just round by round scoring, isn't it? It's
like, see, these are the sort of fights that, I mean, I fucking hate boxing, I really do, but these are the sort of fights that I kind of sit and I was like, because I watched it early in the morning and I was kind of jumping about my room after it. Then I went and done the big shop in Asda, and it was just a fucking really good fight. Even at the end,
they're the fights that make all this shit worthwhile, aren't they?
I don't know if it's already been said before I come on, but Santa Cruz has got more credit for that loss than he has for probably every world title defence he's had, maybe except Mares.
But that's the case. That has to happen sometimes. See you see with some fighters who tend to, and this is a different argument, but say some fighters who've got beat early in the career, they tend to go for it a bit more once they get to a higher level than some fannies like Quigg, for example.
Well, take your best mate Khan, for example, then if he wouldn't have lost to Prescott, there's no fucking way he would have won.
No, he wouldn't.
Down a fight.
No fucking chance.
No, but this is...
But it's because we've had this argument before, and it is a good thing in certain situations, other than obviously Loma, who's just shot it from Salido again.
Right, look at we can only go on social media. Have you seen Leo Santa Cruz getting any sort of grief here? You know how people are all like, oh, they're upset. People are obsessed with keeping the row. Like they're fear to fucking get in the row because of the fans turning on them. No, I'll tell you who the fans may be turning on. Let's see Sean Porter against Kell Brook, because Sean Porter's not got much of a fan base, right? But then he fucking resurrected himself again, like fucking beating Verona, and then like doing a good fight against Thurman. But see Leo Santa Cruz, he said nothing but fucking credit. No cunt gives a fuck about about somebody losing a fucking fight if you lose in a good fight. See if you lose. Look at Paulie Malignaggi. He get his shit pushed in against Miguel Cotto, and his career fucking blossomed because of it. No cunt gives a fuck about a loss. See if Carl Frampton lost at the weekend. I tell you what, if you come back to Belfast, there'd be still 9,000 people wanting to fucking go and see his fight. No cunt gives. See if you lose to the best guys in the division, nobody gives a fuck. And that's what I hope Heyman kind of clocks onto this and just starts pairing every cunt off each other.
But this is like sort of the argument I make with Stevenson, right? Because Stevenson's going to just fight some utter shit until he finishes now. And he's going to get beat by one of them. And it's just fucking stupid. Like, he's an accident waiting to happen. It's a different argument, but I mean... I really do think like Stevenson should have just took the fight. You know, like he's going like... What would Gerard? I was saying that. I was going to say, what would Gerard do? Make $5 million in one fight and the possibility of winning, or make $5 million over 5 fights where you're guaranteed winning? But you know what, right? We know all about Stevenson, and you know what his mental state's been like. He'll just be buzzing off and fucking being able to twat these overmatched idiots for a bit and at the superstar. Because as soon as he gets beat, that's done, innit?
Like, we're going to go into that. See where the purse is, like, you know how Leo Santa Cruz. Hello. You know how like, Leo Santa Cruz got like $1 million and Carl Frampton got 500,000. Oh, sorry. Somebody's using an iMac. Woo! Check me out. I've got loads of money.
Sorry.
Do you think that Carl Frampton got so low money because he took the shorter end of the fucking wedge to guarantee it being in New York and not going to like LA or something like that, you know, like, because I know for a fact, I think it was Martin that tells us that, see, when the negotiations were happening with the fight, they say under no circumstances were they going to fucking the West Coast. They wanted it in New York and the fight wasn't happening, and fair enough.
Yeah, maybe. If you want to, I don't know, get some sort of advantage over an opponent, you've got to pay for it, and you can't expect to have everything.
So they've took the short end of the money. And this is what can put back to all the time. Hearn, when they do shit like this, would they all turn around and say, like, you know, oh, Cal should have left Barry McGuigan, he's ruining his career. He's took the short end of the money in a bigger fight, and look what he's going to get in the back end because he backed his fucking boy.
That's the thing, though. If you genuinely believe you're good enough, then forget all the bullshit. You'll take that opportunity, and you'll think, fuck it, I'll take another one. If you think you're good enough.
I mean, like, Cal could have easily get two. He could have took a couple of fucking tune-up fights at Featherweight, right? Have two of them in Belfast and made what, $250,000 million each, say $250,000 each, and made that money that he's done with Leo Santa Cruz. He's took the fucking risk. He's took the short on money to go and fight in New York. He had the massive crowd there with him backing him and all, but even still, he had to go to another fucking continent, taking on one of the top 5 guys. I don't believe for a minute that Leo Santa Cruz is number 1. That some people have been saying. That's just fucking obscene.
It's not Gary Russell Jr. fucking either, like that dog shagging idiot.
There's no number 1 in that division.
No,
that's the thing.
I said that because still they're all at a similar level. No one's done anything to elevate himself above the rest. But fucking, like, the thing I've took away from this since, in the fucking week and a bit since, is just how fucking much of a dickhead Hearn and Gallagher are. Because they still couldn't resist fucking with little batty shirts fucking being maggots. Hey, no, look, you only earned like 500 grand. You would earn 4 times that with me. And he'd have been fighting some muppet on the fucking moon at fucking 140 or something, fucking knowing earn.
Quigg should be turning around and saying, then we'll see if that's the case then, Eddie. I want paid at least $500,000 in fucking sterling for my next fight then. I bet his ass would go.
Well, I would actually laugh if they'd made the rematch now that they keep saying. Because I reckon if they made it at featherweight, it'd be even worse. It'd be worse than Quigg. No, they won't be. They talk shit. They say it all the time.
So, Frampton, his next opponent, we all know that who drew.
Right, I got something for this. What I want to see happen is I want to see Leo Santa Cruz versus Selby. Carl Frampton just a gimme, not a tune-up fight, just a routine defence in Belfast or something. Frampton fights the winner of Santa Cruz Selby in another unification. Because then, if Santa Cruz wins, he deserves the rematch. if Selby beats Santa Cruz, then he's legit. Because I mean, Ainsley thinks he's shit. Quite a few people do.
Nah, but Leo Santa Cruz deserves the rematch because he's got it within a contract. That's neither here nor there. But Ainsley, who do you want next?
I wouldn't mind seeing the Selby fight, but I said this in the WhatsApp. I'd like him to fight Warrington for the lols.
Weird, man. That'd be that Belfast crowd and Leeds crowd.
Oh
Fuck.
yeah, I'd be fucking right at it with the Belfast brothers smashing, fucking stomping on the heads of West Yorkshire, and then obviously Warrington would get beat, and that'd just be the ultimate troll to head.
It would look like the fucking Battle of Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings. It'd just be riots everywhere. Dewey, I take it you're definitely wanting the Selby unification.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. If Warrington got that ahead of Selby, I think I'd give up on life. Yeah, I'd think it was a great fight. I think.
But would you not sacrifice Warrington? Would you not sacrifice Warrington just to see him get beat and get shut up, and then him fight Selby afterwards?
Nah. Well, nothing, Josh Warrington. I just lost any tolerance for him after some of the stuff he's done. But I won't go into it because I'll be
Josh
ranting.
Warrington reminds me of that. Is it Hey Arnold where the guys get the shape of a fucking rugby ball head?
Football head, isn't it?
Football head.
Aye, he's got a big shiny forehead, hasn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, fuck him. I think Selby against Warrington's an unreal fight. I think that I wouldn't even know how it was going to play out, because Selby, we've seen him in his last fight against. Obviously, Hunter's a completely different proposition. But we saw him on the front foot there, which he's not been for quite well, and against Montiel, which he didn't do for a long time. I don't know if Frampton would have to get stuck into Lee because of the reach and height difference. Obviously, Selby uses it very differently to how someone like Santa Cruz would. I think it all come down to tactics, that fight, and I'd probably favour Frampton to get tactics. Best 55-45, something like that.
Well, I met Sanigar and Lee Selby in Vegas last year, and I was surprised how big he is. Do you think
he's huge? Yeah.
Do you think he's absolutely dying at the weight here, and he's basically just staying at this weight because he knows there's some big money fights here? And do you think Hearn is basically trying to weigh him out so he fucking drops that belt, moves up? So Warrington has got a free fucking roll to a vacant belt.
He is, like you say, Brian. You've seen him. He is undeniably massive at the weight. Every time I've ever asked him about it, he insists that he's good. He's good at the weight. But fighters are not going to say anything.
His legs must be hollow. But see when you see him in the scales,
his legs are very skinny.
Aye, but see when you see him like the weigh-ins and that, it doesn't look dead. Like you know how the way Quigg fucking absolutely kills himself to make 122. He doesn't look totally ill at 126, but he is massive. He's taller than me.
Do you know? I can remember talking with him. I remember talking about it with him about 2 years ago, and he told me he could go to Super Bantam, and I obviously couldn't believe it. But I think those days have gone now, and he has mentioned once or twice, I think I'll probably end up at lightweight. And when you look at him in the ring, he wouldn't be, he wouldn't look small against a lightweight. So,
he's not going to
he'd have to start all over again as super feather. So, I completely expect him to.
But if he moves up, there's not really any options for him and for belts at 130.
Super featherweight's right.
Yeah, and they'd all beat Selby.
He's a world champion now, though, at featherweight, and there's not a million options on the table like there should be, is there? So going to super feather without a belt, I couldn't see any more opportunities there.
Well, see, who I want, and I don't care, and this is going to run into like the next back Frampton. I do not give a fuck. I love unifications. I'm a belt whore. I love seeing unifications. I get hyped for them. I just think they're fucking really good fights because those two guys get on the line and it's just sexy. It's just a right sexy fight. I do not care. I do not care for the arguments about money and any bullshit. I do not give a fuck if a fighter gets 10 quid for fighting and getting knocked out. I want the Rigondeaux fight. I don't know for a fact because I don't even know him. I would assume that he would accept this fight at 126 punt. He wouldn't come in at 126. He would
He said he would.
right? But no, but he would maybe come in at maybe 123, 124. He'd come in under the weight, he wouldn't pro because he'd be quick. I don't want anything else. I can get the fights fucking next year at some point. Cal's always going to have the fights. I want that career-defining fight. Rigo is no longer unbeatable. I think he's there for the fucking taking, and I don't care about this. The money's not in the fight. It doesn't matter who Cal fucking fights in Belfast. He makes that money anyway. All it is basically risk-reward bullshit that I'll get the same amount of money for a proper harder fight. I don't care. I'm a boxing fan. I want to see fucking competitive fights. I don't want to see fuck all else. This guy is pound for pound. He's no lost. Nobody wants to fucking fight him. He's a boogeyman. I'm telling you, I want that fucking fight. I will have no fucking excuses whatsoever about I'm not fighting Rigo. I wasn't happy when Cal turned around and says there's no money in that fight. I didn't want him fucking talking like that. That's exactly the shit all we've done is fucking criticised him for years over, and he's now pulling that one. I don't fucking like it. You shouldn't have fucking mentioned that. You should have just turned around and says he's not my division anymore. I outgrew the weight. And if Rigo turns around and says I'll fight you at 126. They'll move up then and fucking force it. You go as mandatory. You fucking chase him. But I want it. Cal's in the position that he can offer it. I know he's with Heyman, and I know he's with Rock Nation. They two fucking hate each other. Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about the politics of the fight. If fucking Mayweather and Pacquiao can fight, any fucker can fight. So,
Rock Nation can't give a shit about him either if they're flogging him out to Warren shows.
But like that, though, at least we're getting to see him.
Yeah. All Rock Nation have done is got Ward and they just fucking want to massage his ego for a bit, but
they got Cotto as well, didn't they?
Oh yeah, fucking.
Look, Cal could fight on the back foot and the front foot, right? He's a good counter puncher, but he can go forward and he can be aggressive. He knows how to cut off the ring. He's really good. He had a right fucking big amateur background. We're not saying he's like Rigo. He carries power, and we've always seen if Rigo gets fucking tagged in a fight, the first thing he does is a Crawford. He comes back at it. I think like Rigo's the sort of guy he needs that fucking push. He'll just not do nothing if you don't try and make him. But I think Frampton's fucking good for him. The two of them would fucking clack. Well, I say that every fucking fight with Rigo, don't I? He always stinks a joint out, and I'm always trying to defend him. Right? I want the fight. I don't want any other fucking fight. Rigo is the best fucking name for 122 to 126. There is no fucking bigger name in boxing. I mean, like prestige-wise, he beats. I think if he beat Rigo, if he beat fucking Rigo, he would be pound for pound with.
And even if you fucking lose to it, it makes no difference. You get so much credit for fighting him.
Yeah.
I don't think it wouldn't be like a mismatch if he fought him.
I think he gets beat.
I think he would, but he's had moments. I
really don't know now. I think fucking Rigo's there to get taken. Like,
I don't think Frampton's busy enough. I don't think Frampton's busy enough.
I think Rigo's. Go on, Dewey.
I thought Rigo was slipping for a while, and don't get me wrong, I only saw him, punch pads and then fight Jazza Dickens. I know Jazza's not top of the top, but I think he's got a lot left. It just depends on how he's matched. If he's matched against someone who doesn't want to be there and wants to go the rounds, he will look dump. But I think if anyone tries to have a go at him, it brings out his best. And like I say, I know it was only like an open workout, and and Jazza Dickens, but I think he's good. He's still the best. I did think for a while that Frampton will have a better chance against him than anyone, but still, I don't think it'd be enough.
What was Frampton's best performances? Kiko Martinez and Leo Santa Cruz. He's two guys that wanted to fight him. Two guys that were prepared to fucking fight him, right? And this is the exact same thing. The better opponent, the better the performance. I like Quite Great. I'm not going to fucking try and shut him down and all that, but he done absolutely fuck all in that fight. See if he fucking went at Cal for constantly, he might have get fucking knocked out. He get his jaw broke, he did nothing. Just think he would have went if he started going at him for fucking like 12 rounds. I just think it could be Rigo is capable of making any fucker look bad and making a fucking shit fight, right? But I want that fight. I think if Cal could beat him, or even lose, as Sam says, if he could beat him, that is him. He is a fucking bona fide superstar. See if he beat Rigo, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. His run of the last fucking 18 months or so, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Thing is,
right, it's not going to happen though.
I know it's not, but
the Barry McGuigan piece in Boxing News before the quick fight. And I'm not misquoting him, I'll rephrase it, but you quite literally said after we fight Scott Quigg, I will sit down with Carl and tell him all the reasons not to fight Rigondeaux.
Well, Carl can tell him to make the fight if he wants it that bad. He can say, "I want that fight." He's not going to, is
No, it won't happen.
Thing is, you're talking about him reaching like a superstar level by fighting Rigo, and actually maybe even beating Rigo. But they know they can reach that superstar level within maybe 2 or 3 fights. I mean, what do you think is easier in their minds? 2 or 3 fights against, say, the likes of Gary Russell Jr., Quigg rematch, Oscar Valdez, who else is it?
You're not going to fight Valdez.
Selby. Any of those 3, if he could fight 2 of them, is more favourable than fighting Rigondeaux, and he will reach superstar status by beating 2 of them 3.
I personally think the Selby fight is the worst fucking fight for him out of that full division. I really do.
Including Rigo in that.
Aye. Because Rigo's small and all. I think it wouldn't be as bad. Leo said, like, honestly, man, you don't understand how big this fucking guy is. And one thing that Selby will do, he will fucking box behind a jab if he really fucking wants to, and he is long as fuck.
Look, I know we've got.
I don't know. If Selby fought Frampton, I'm really worried that he'd try to use his size, which would play into Frampton's hands.
Try to bully him?
Yeah, what would be best for Lee, in my opinion, would be to take the play away from him and keep him at arm's length and just straight shots. But I think Selby'd want to get stuck into him.
I don't want to fall into the trap of the way that people looked at Frampton after the Gonzalez fight, but looking at Selby after the Montiel fight, who is practically fucking mini T-Rex himself, smaller than Frampton even. I mean, if he could find a way. Up to the girls, Selby, obviously I don't think took him seriously, In
the middle of nowhere on a fucking weeknight.
Yeah, I understand all that. But let's not say that he's got like fucking 9-foot long arms and Frampton will never get to him, because Frampton will land punches on Lee Selby. He's not fucking. He's not as slick. He is literally not Welsh Mayweather.
Of course he's not. But well, if you look at what Gradovic has done, it was probably is not his best win. He lost to Selby, then got 2 split decisions against bums and got knocked out by Valdez.
Yeah, but he also got caught taking drugs after the Selby fight, and he's been shit ever since.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got done by Rusada and been allowed to fight in America since, and Spain.
Fucking hell, Rusada's catching you then.
If you look at the Gradovic, who I know he was a draw against Velez, but I thought he looked quite good in that fight. He looks like a vastly different fighter.
I thought he lost that fight.
Against Velez?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't think so. No. I thought he won that.
I thought the 2 of them were awful, and that's how, I know people were high on that Velez, and I was like, that is literally one of the worst fights I have ever fucking seen. The 2 of them were fucking garbage in that fight, and I was like that. And I said, we'll smash him, and I know that Adam Abramovich is like, no, I don't think so. I was like, I don't rate Selby at all. He's like, I think Gradovic will be a bad fucking fight for him. I was like, Gradovic is garbage. He's like, oh, you're just a fucking bam. Like, fuck you, Adam. Suck my balls. But I don't care. I want the Rigo fight. I'm all about the fucking big fight. That would be, it would just, could you just, I'm a massive Carl fan. I was like, could you just fucking imagine him beating fucking Rigo? Could you imagine him beating Rigo and then Quigg, I bet Quigg still thinks he's worth 55-45. Imagine him I think it's like a 50-50 split. What have you done, you big fucking chopper? But,
right, we're going to move on.
Yeah, we've been on. Apparently, you've been on this for like the whole fucking show.
Yeah, I did say 10 minutes ago I should move it on.
What have you been talking about? We've got like fucking 14 dislikes on the fucking video already.
We told him to dislike it.
The dislikes have been on for last week for I set this up.
Fuck's sake.
I went on the day and there was 3 likes and 10 dislikes. I was like, I've not even fucking done a podcast.
That's Dab with his about a fucking 100 counts.
Before we move on, I don't want to fucking generalise and just throw them all in the one pot here, right? Because we know I've been to Frampton's. I've been to 2 of Frampton's fights in Belfast. It's amazing. It's the best fucking crowd I've been with. But what am I going to say? Some of his fans are absolute fucking bellends, right? We've got. I would say that the Golovkin fans right now are probably the fucking worst, right? but some of Frampton's fans are getting fucking ridiculous. I seen some of the tweets last week telling Rigo, there's no money in that fucking fight, why should he fight you, fuck you, he deserves something else. And then I seen somebody, I don't want to mention their names, boxing's a short career, but there's no money in Rigo. He needs to set up his fucking family and make sure they're sorted for life. I was like, I've seen you slag fucking Hearn, shag him and all probably, slag Hearn for saying the exact same fucking shit for no making fights or money. Why the fuck do you care? I don't understand why people get this hard on over guys making fucking money and people sitting millionaires while you're sitting in a fucking scummy fucking 10 quid an hour job or something like that, and you've got a couple of fucking wains and you're miserable as fuck, but your life is happy because some cunt's fucking a millionaire. What the fuck is wrong with you? Is every Frampton fan should be wanting a fucking Rigo fight to fucking put this guy, put it to bed, beat the fucking man, and then you are the fucking man. Why would you not want it? The excuse over money is absolutely fucking embarrassment. You should never not want to see a fucking fight over money. Imagine.
It's not about money though, is it? Ultimately, it comes down to that they don't want to see him lose.
Yeah.
And they take it personally. They think it as if like they've lost somehow. Like supporting Frampton in a fight that he's going to lose in is somehow like a personal attack against them. It's not. They, you know, as fans of him, they should be supporting him no matter what he does and no matter how his career goes. If he lost against Leo Santa Cruz the other week, they wouldn't have fucking turned on him. All these fucking Zoomers that are now sucking his dick and saying, don't fight Rigo, you know, he's not worth the money. Them cunts would have been saying to Frampton, oh, you know, chin up, mate, we'll go again next time, you're still world class, you're still world level, you can beat him in a rematch. They wouldn't have fucking left him. So if he fights Rigo, they're not going to fucking leave him. It's just damaging to their own ego, and they don't want to take the stick that every massive fan takes, because this is boxing. Everyone takes abuse for if you're a massive fan of someone and you know that guy loses. You get a bit of stick, it's a bit of banter. But some guys decide to take it too personally, and it just gets a bit too creepy and pathetic.
I don't go to fights here, I'm buying this ticket to make sure this guy's fucking sorted. I fucking don't want any money going to any cunt other than my fucking
you
self.
told me you're only going to Brooke Golovkin is because you want to make sure Brooks paid off his mortgage.
I'm only going there to witness a fucking another Jared McClellan, but I'm going to be live for it.
Can we get to shitting on Ward and the Furies now?
No.
Oh, we got a Leeds card to go through yet, mate.
We need to brush over the fucking dirty Leeds card.
Alright, let's get moving. I want to start shitting on people because this is all I came on for.
We're going to shit on the Irish
You're
again.
seriously going to talk about the fucking Leeds card?
Just
I can't, yeah, there you go. Right, let me review the Leeds card. It was shit. Dillian White's a bum. Luke Campbell's a little maggot who's at the wrong weight. And he's got a chin like a biscuit. Earns a cunt. Leeds is a shithole. Fuck Josh Warrington. The Irish guy, it must be the most advanced one on the planet. It didn't do very well.
Darren got robbed, mate. That's what it happened. That's what happened.
Tell you, I said Patrick Hyland was a bum, and Irish people like, oh, you just don't like Irish. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, I'm pure IRA out my head, you fucking palms. Right? I'm telling you now, Patrick Hyland is a fucking bum.
Orange bastard.
He got dropped off Josh Warrington by a jab. A man who can't punch dropped him with a jab.
That's basically me getting a fucking slide tackle off my dog and it's 8 weeks old. Bonnie Nelson, you big Django bastard, turning around and saying that Josh Warrington's now got fucking power. What the fuck's wrong with you? Lee Selby's going to fuck you up, you wee fucking 14
That fight's never going to happen though, is it?
I don't know so much. Like I think now that Hearn's backed into a corner here where Warrington might be out the fucking... Joe, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you think that like, Hearn may be backed into a corner here because Frampton's won that, and he thinks that maybe Frampton will take the fucking Selby fight away from him, so he might end up trying to push this through? That I mean, they're turning around and saying that the Selby fight is there for them, guaranteed next in November if Selby wants it, but they've went for a stadium fight now to fucking fighting in the Leeds Arena. It's about 8,000-9,000, so...
Right, they went from... Josh Warrington doesn't want to fight because he wants to get married, to the reason why he's going to fight Patrick Hyland is because he's needs an opponent in Selby and he doesn't need as much time to prepare. Okay, so that was from what we know it was 3 months. It was from like May to August. That's 3 months. Well, August to November is also 3 months. So I think they're just milking Josh Warrington to get 10,000 people in there and make whatever they make on the gate. Maybe Eddie feels like he's taking them as far as he can. If you look at the rankings, Warrington I think he was like third in the IBF. One spot was vacant and the other spot was Valdez, who's since won the WBO. He's number 1 with the WBC. He's not going to fight Gary Russell Jr. And if he did, it'd be over in 90 seconds. And the WBA is obviously Frampton, and that's not going to happen because Eddie and Barry can't have a proper conversation. So the Selby fight probably is the only one there, but you can understand Selby's point of view, being fully prepared to make that fight happen in Leeds by giving Warrington a bigger percentage than he had to, going to the football stadium, to them being told, oh no, you got nowhere to go, we don't want to fight you. It doesn't make sense. I saw a comment from Warrington that said, oh, we're going to make ourselves, we're going to be the mandatory so that we have a bigger percentage of the purse. That's not true, because Lee offered him 30% of the purse, which is more than he'd get as a mandatory challenger in the top 2. We'd get 25%, you get 20%. And if you're a mandatory challenger who's not in the top 2, like Eric Hunter, you get 15%. So I think Warrington's had all the excuses in the world. Also, I should say Steve Wood has had all the excuses in the world. And they just don't want him to get beat. They just want to keep him winning, and they can just keep telling people. It's a bit like what obviously Cal Brook's a lot better than Josh Warrington, but how many world title eliminators did he have? I think they're just going to go down the same route. But if it is offered, obviously, in my opinion, Selby should take it, because what other options? Heyman has paid him well. He gave him $750,000 for Montiel.
Well, that's fucking.
The winning purse bid for Hunter was $350,000, which he would have got 85% of. So that's obviously he'll have his fees and
so that's about a million.
He'll have his costs, his managers and everyone. But that's
far more than Eddie would have paid him.
Yeah, it's a lot more than Eddie would have paid him. But Eddie sees it from his point of view that they've got 1 or 2 fights left. So why would he invest in Lee, knowing that Lee isn't fully committed to him? So he's stuck in a real sticky spot because he practically hasn't got a promoter, in my opinion, anymore.
I was told months ago that Warrington wanted to fight, but it's his manager on Hearn that's been fucking telling him not to take it. Can't remember. I don't know who his manager was, but he says in no uncertain terms that I want you taking that fight.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. That's exactly what I think's happened. I think Lee's really stuck in an awkward position because Eddie practically doesn't promote him. And he's just waiting for Heyman to say, yeah, you can have Mares or Santa Cruz or Frampton, which I don't think Santa Cruz is going to want Frampton. Comments from Barry McGuigan in last week's Boxing News weren't very, didn't suggest he really wants a Lee Selby fight for Frampton. And Mares, I'm not sure what's happening with him. He was meant to be fighting that Quayler, wasn't he, a little while ago? That didn't happen.
His eyes fucked.
No, but they're pushing that back to maybe October and earlier, something.
So Lee last fought in April, and you have 9 months with the IBF to make a mandatory, to get your voluntaries in between mandatories. So he's going to end up fighting a mandatory probably in in 9 months on from April, which will be 4th to February. So yeah, it's quite crap, isn't it?
So you're saying that he's high up in the IDF rankings then, and what I said earlier on is Hearn's trying to fucking play the waiting game because he thinks he'll maybe need to move up at some point because he's weight, so he can get that fly bastard, get that vacant belt. Hearn, you're a fucking cunt, by the way. I've not said that in weeks, but right, Leeds, dirty bastards. I'm just looking at the card.
Leeds.
Dave Allen, Dave Allen and Dilly White. Just give you a big tribute to that fight.
That's the worst fight I've ever seen in my life.
I tell you one thing, Dave Allen has a fucking beard on him.
Yeah.
He's got a better chin than fucking Femi. Dillian White fucking hot him some fucking beasts, man, and he just stood there taking it. And you know what it is? It looks dead funny seeing like a fucking white heavyweight be able to take a punch I know like fucking Klitschko was world champion, but it's fucking weird seeing like a white heavyweight be able to fucking scrap a bit.
Well, Klitschko couldn't take a punch, could he?
No, he could not.
And he
Entirely
carries.
could.
Oh, yeah, of course
fucking
he could. He's made it iron, isn't he?
right. Let's move on. We'll move on to the. We'll move on to fucking Ward. We're going to Tyson Fury next day. I know you're fucking chirping it a bit, but who else seen this fight?
What a fucking load of bullshit Ward is, man. Fuck that guy. What an absolute fucking farce. He's fought, who's it right? But you know what? I thought he might have actually changed his ways a bit when he fought Barrera, because Barrera's half decent. He's not great, but he's obviously a step up from Paul Smith. But saying that, all five of us are a step up from Paul Smith. Brand is fucking horrible. Like, I wouldn't, if you saw him on a Hearn card, you'd actually think, shit, he's bad, even for a Hearn card. He fucking offered nothing. He's awful. What the fuck is he doing fighting idiots like this? He's saying, oh, people turning him down. If you offer people fucking $30,000, who do you think you're going to fucking get?
Ainsley, he could have fought Nathan. Literally, Nathan agreed to that fight 3 times in the last couple of months.
That right? I'd have been
purely a money fight. Purely a money fight.
It is, but I'm fucking sick of people. Like Ward seems to get a bit of a pass with people for some reason. It's a fucking little prick, man. And he's like I was saying, all this shit that he bangs on about religion and all that is because he's got no fucking personality. He's a little fucking knobhead. So that's the only way he thinks he can go and get some extra support. He's fucking irrelevant. I hope to God fucking Kovalev beats him, because it's going to be terrible if he doesn't.
Oh, he's not going to.
What's Ward, right? Because you all hate we all right. A lot of you hate Froch, but fucking hell, it would not have been. It'd have been a lot better Froch beating Ward.
Whoa.
What's he done since? What's he done since? He's
Don't you come back on this podcast after months and fucking dish out landy statements like that?
I will fucking say what I want.
Ward beating Froch like that is one of the best performances we've seen in fucking years. Most satisfying
all of
performances.
Fucking casual.
Horrendous.
I might watch that fight again later on because I'm off tomorrow. I fucking love that. They 9 rounds were basically like, you know how like basically Steven, like you get a fucking filthy bird back and all that, and like you've got one of the fucking Sunday hard-ons where it's like fucking rock number, and she's kind of fucking licking the shaft and all that and just sucking your balls, and then she just kind of goes right under, starts kind of fucking tonguing your gooch bit, and she was just wanking away like that. You're like, oh, this is fucking filthy, man. She is an absolute dog. That is what fucking that Ward and Froch fight made me feel like. It was amazing.
But I can't be arsed with Ward, and his record's just overstated. Dawson were fucking drained to fuck, so that doesn't count. His best 3 wins is obviously Kessler, Froch, and then when he dealt with Paul Smith like no one else has dealt with him before.
Well, the Brand fight can be summed up by the gift that's going around.
Yeah, the Shep's
with him fucking doing that big left hook and spinning around and landing on his ass. That sums up the fight.
I saw someone put a video of Brand on Twitter before the fight, and it's him like throwing a jab but hitting someone in the back of his hand. I was just like, oh.
Steve Kim's like one of fucking Ward's biggest haters, right? He absolutely hates him, but Steve Kim said a good few people turned that fucking fight down, and one of them was Shabransky. He was offered his highest payday and still fucking turned it down.
Yeah, so they say, but if you're getting offered 30, right?
He wasn't getting offered 30 grand. They offered Brand 30 grand because he was shit and he would have took it, but they offered Shabransky his highest ever fucking payday and he turned it down.
So someone from the chat has asked, who do you think wins at cruiserweight, Ward versus Usyk?
Oh, fucking Usyk. Don't even fucking talk.
Ward's only just come up with 168 to go to, like, that's 168. Hold on, who'll win? Kilbrook or Golovkin? Oh, fucking cheers for that. Who asked that question?
Someone in chat.
Yeah, but right, in defence of whoever's asked that question, Ward were chatting shit saying he's going to have a fight at fucking heavyweight.
He wants to do what Roy Jones did. So.
But then he said, "Oh, I can't fight like Fury or any of the big guys." So basically, what he was saying is, he wants to move to heavyweight if a cruiserweight wins a world title.
Like what Roy Jones did then.
Yeah. Well, no,
exactly.
Ruiz weren't a fucking cruiserweight. He's a midget.
Monster heavyweight.
No, I know, but he's a midget. Yeah, but at the time, it was different, innit? But I didn't say what fucking Roy Jones did were any good. It's just fucking Ward's a little maggot. Fucking get rid of that cunt.
What you on about? He's actually going to be fighting the fucking man that Adonis Stevenson's fucking terrified of fighting.
It's about fucking time now, isn't it?
Well, it's not all Ward's fault from the activity, is it? Inactivity.
Yeah, what? He was bitching out, fucking demanding more money when he was getting paid shitloads as it was. He got greedy. He got fucking greedy. He could have, he could have had the fucking boot fight if he stopped being a little bitch, but he won't. Fucking he's done nothing since he fought Frotch that's worth shouting about, and that's fucking coming up for 5. Been near enough 5 years when he fights Kovalev.
But I don't care. Ward could have fucking retired the next day, and I would have given a fucking single fuck because of that win. That was a fucking tremendous win. I don't, Rangy man, you actually fucking rage at the most fucking weirdest thing.
Yeah, it was, but you can't fucking dine out for the best part of 5 years.
He's not dining out now. He's taking fucking on the guy that fucking Frotch was terrible. Frotch wouldn't even fucking move up in weight and grow a set of balls like Sir Joe and fucking fight some cunt at 175. Right. He wanted to fight Golovkin at 170 fucking 2.
We all know that Frotch is too big and too strong for fucking Kovalev, so let's not even fucking mess about with it.
Right, so, sticking on with the fucking fight, how was the fight?
Shit.
Awful.
That's it. What else do you want? I mean, last night on this time I drew parallels between Ward's situation and Rigo's situation, and it seems like Ward almost, I don't know, gets more of a pass for what he's doing than what Rigo's done. I think a lot more people slag Rigo for his situation and being a bit boring when Ward does exactly the same things. He could have finished Brand off. Brand's absolute fucking shite, but he didn't. He does just enough to do it, and he's been dining out on one good win for a long time now.
The only thing that bothers me about Ward, well, it's probably the Horners, but I can't be asking through it, is he's sponsored with fucking Nike or Jordan, and that fucking really annoys me. I don't know why, but just seeing him wearing that fucking jump gear. Wait, how the fuck's he get that fucking sponsorship? He's a big boning bastard.
Because of Rock Nation, mate. Fucking, they're massive.
No, he had that for Rock Nation, did he not?
Possibly, I don't know. I think he did, didn't he? Because wasn't it the whole camp had it? Because I remember Amir Khan had, was it Nike, was he Reebok or something?
He's Reebok.
He was Reebok JD Sports and fucking Mucha sandwiches. Hope you fucking choke in your sleep.
Fuck off, Mocker.
Right, so I've got wrote down here Adonis Stevenson fight with fucking Williams. That was absolutely fucking
good fight.
It was a fucking hard-on material. And so we've got Kovalev and Andre Ward signed. We've got Stevenson going to fight Alvarez. Where do you think? I see when I think about it, 2016 is actually a fucking, considered 2015, that's a right fucking good year of some fights that we've gotten.
Yeah, it's been decent, isn't it? If we get some of the fights that possibly can be made, it'll be a good year.
Has it though?
But we've not got a bit.
Look at what we've had the last couple of years.
Crawler.
2015 was fucking dire. It was one of the worst we've ever had, but, 2016 is not that much better.
No, but see, the thing is, 2015, we got Floyd Manny, right, and we got Cotto Canelo. That is all we can really fucking sing about there. Right, this year we've got Frampton Quigg, even if it was shite. We've got Salido Vargas. We've got all the Crawler fights. We're getting Usyk fucking Glowacki. We've got Canelo fucking ducking every cunt. We're getting fucking Brook is going to get the poof punched out of him.
Well, basically, you've got good fights at every level, haven't you? You've got the stars with a big fight.
I'm not a cruiserweight fucking fan here, but Ainsley put me on to Usyk. I watched all his fights and all that. I was going to that fight. I was 100% going to go to it. I booked up fucking IDF, and I thought the fight would be in the 10th. Right, they say the weekend day, like the Golovkin fight now. I was like, it's going to be in the fucking 10th. They chose the 17th away. I was going to go to that a weekend in fucking Poland to watch that chaos.
I've been having a look. There's still loads of tickets available.
It will be. So I think 26 would be a good fight. But all I want here is I I'm picking Ward to beat Kovalev, and I kind of tried to fucking put my point across it. I'm picking Ward through being stubborn, but I think Kovalev's going to win. That might not make sense, but it makes sense in my head. I'm not changing my fucking pick for ages ago. I always thought that Andre Ward, he's the man. He, no matter what, he'll find a way to win. So, but I'm being stubborn about it. I think Kovalev could maybe fucking knock him out, because Ward is not a big light heavyweight. We've seen that against Pereira. I know
No. Hold on. You say this. He looked actually like a light heavyweight yesterday.
Because that guy's really fucking small. Tiny. That guy's a super middleweight.
No, but when he was next to Kovalev after, there didn't look much in it.
No, but people say that about Golovkin and fucking Brook, and then when you see the taps off, they're fucking totally different in body shape.
I suppose, but he didn't look small. He looked thicker than he did against Barrera. Not just because Brand was a midget, but he just looked bigger.
No, for something, you have one fucking Golovkin nut-hugging fucking weirdo, mate. Honestly, Golovkin could fucking suck your most tits while stabbing your Dan. You'd fucking have a reason to defend him. Honestly, we've had this discussion on fucking Twitter. Golovkin's fucking... He doesn't need to take the Brook fight. He shouldn't be fucking taking it. And do not give me your excuse about Eubank. He shouldn't have been taking the Eubank fucking fight either. Fucking, if he's going to fight fucking shite like that, just go up to 168 and challenge yourself against Constantine. He might bat bar tequila and all that. Fucking challenge yourself, you fucking 160 pound fucking prick.
And when we're talking about shy, fucking Ward fighting Paul Smith and taking 9 rounds or something. That's shy.
Tom Daly won a bronze, wee fucking gay boy. So who are you all picking for this fucking Ward fight? I'm
not picking either guy. I can't.
Ward.
Oh, fucking fence-sitting little wanker.
You don't tell no truth, nothing for something. You're just a fucking zoomer on fucking internet like the rest is. You know nothing. You absolutely know fucking nothing. Shut your fucking mouth.
I'm picking Ward.
I'm picking Kovalev by stoppage.
Who's this fucking faggot here?
Kovalev.
I'm picking Ward. 12 rounds.
I don't know. Depends how much, how Ward reacts to getting it, and if Ward gets it, I suppose.
Right, stop fucking fence sitting. That's an analysis.
I'll
Make
not
a
fucking
pick.
Draw.
Fucking
right.
Embarrassing.
I just basically want this fight to happen, and I want Stevenson to get it into his head here. I need to take this fight. This fight is not going to get any bigger. What if like Kovalev beats Andre Ward? The fight is not going to be any bigger. Just geese it next year. Fucking Vegas at 6 right. We're moving on.
Alvarez can beat him. Alvarez might beat Stevenson.
No, he won't.
No.
Unless he gets caught, I reckon he could score him.
No, I don't see it. He can't. I don't think he can punch. I can't think of a single fight where I've been impressed by Alvarez. Even like he went life and death with Edison a couple of years ago.
I think he could beat Afi Chilemba.
Yeah, I do as well. I thought before that, before some complete unknown person who I can't remember their name, and now it's touch and go as well. I think that Stevenson's got lucky that Alvarez is mandatory, because that Joe Smith is #1 now, and if he, but he's obviously going to have to wait. You know, the WBC do mandatories like once every 4 years.
He's fighting
Joe Smith. If Joe Smith fought Stevenson, I think that's 50-50 because they could wipe each other out. But yeah, Alvarez, I think he'll be safe with him.
Because I think it's like Vosdik's got to fight that Joe Smith to be the mandatory for Stevenson.
Fucking that Thomas Williams was fucking lighting him up.
He was.
That was a great fight. That was just a fucking. It wasn't a fucking Hearns Hagler, right? But it was just a wee mini fucking. It was just a fucking scrap, wasn't it? A wee 4-round fucking scrap. And see that punch at the end that fucking finished that? Fuck me, man! That was sick.
We've had some good KOs this year. Like the 3 I can think of are that one. Bellew. Canelo 4 then actually. Bellew, Makabu, Canelo Khan, and still the favourite.
Ricky Burns v fucking DeRocco.
Lomachenko with the fucking.
That's my knockout of the year.
Left up.
I know everybody's got a fucking hard on for Canelo Khan, but honestly, that was a combination knockout, and it was fucking.
Absolutely perfect, and he was off his feet when he threw the right up.
And nobody's done that to Rocky either. Nobody's done it. I know Mikey stopped him, but.
Not even Ricky Burns could knock him out.
No.
But Ricky Burns fucking fought him in his prime though.
Ricky Burns wanted to take him to hell.
Fuck Loma. I'm shitting on Loma again now. This is right that they've shot it over the Salido rematch. He can get to fuck.
Where's this been reported then?
Well, apparently his manager's fucking crying because Salido wants more money. Well, obviously Salido.
I think.
I'll fucking retweet the shit in a minute. I'll find it.
Right, troops. I'm going to move on to Tags and Fury situation here, right? And
boom.
I said for a while that I messaged somebody, I don't want to mention their name, that I was the opinion that this was a Tony Thompson here, where he's been caught taking steroids, right? And he's been given an 18-month UK ban, but it's not been brought out here. Because they're doing like a Tony Thompson, like once 18-month ban's up, oh, your son, no, it was done with fucking steroids, so he can now fight because the ban's over. And it just so happens that all this shit's kind of roughly came out once the fucking kind of 18 months is out. It's too suspicious for me. They're now saying that they're going to sue him. I said for the fucking start, there's no fucking danger that was a picture of his ankle that he went over. If he was in France the next day partying like fuck. Now, I fucking done my ligaments in my ankle. Granted, I was fucking fat as fuck, and I was a circle. I looked like Cartman out of fucking South Park, right? But this guy was furious about the weight of me and all that I was at that time. There's no danger you carry that weight and you fuck your ankle like that. You could have been jumping about in France like that. It was fucking fake, and now it's come out that he was told on that day that he was suspended or something. What was it? He was told that day that he's been busted or something on the day that he says he got an injury.
Exactly on the same day that it came out first, or Tyson Fury's been pulled out of the Vlad rematch with a bad ankle or whatever, and then literally hours later, it came out about we got the article later, but apparently it said that he received this statement or letter that he failed a test back in February. I mean, is that a coincidence, or is that just, I think it's blatant.
Well, there's a number of fucking sides to this, isn't there? Because let's remember the reaction when that journalist first put that story out, and the Furies were going after him like he'd fucking shit on their dog.
I'd go after something to shit my dog.
It's the transparency that fucked me off about it. I think that the Furies can get irate about it, they can get fucked off about it, about how it was reported, but they should have been the ones that came out with it first thing. They should have said, well, we've come back, we've received an A sample that's tested positive, but we're going to be going straight for the B sample and waiting for that to open to take any future, response or whatever. They have not been transparent with anybody. And the ultimate sin that they've casted, the B sample has come back as negative, which means legally and officially he didn't fail the test.
I'm not sure though, because that's
not how it works.
UK anti-doping have strict liability with regards to any substance, don't they? Like, it doesn't matter. I was under the impression that it doesn't matter whether it's in one sample or not the other, or vice versa. If it's in your system, and it doesn't matter how it got there, it's in your system.
You see, and again, so don't quote me on this as being definite, but I always thought the case was, so if you, even with, let's say, WAD or whatever, if you A sample test positive and your B sample test negative, it can sometimes lessen the punishment.
No, it's usually the reason why they take two samples is because of potential for cross-contamination of anything. They take two separate samples so that in case that anything bad happens, because anything can get mixed into anything, in the process of being in a lab where lots of shit is happening. So they take two samples to make sure of it, and that's why they have the A and the B samples. You need both to come back to indict a person, and the B came back negative. I think even the A one was traced amounts or something, wasn't it? But the issue is the fact that they did receive this ban, or apparent ban, or suspension, or whatever you want to call it, on the same day that
his ankle injury,
and they didn't tell anyone about it, and they fucked people over for a lot of money. A lot of people booked hotels for Manchester, booked travel for Manchester for the rematch for the fight. and they wasted a lot of money on that, and it all got fucked away. And then Fury's out partying in France the next fucking day, having a fucking whale of a time, while pretending that he's actually injured, but in reality he's actually got a drug suspension. And it's absolute fucking, it's a slap in the face to his fans, it's a slap in the face to any boxer fan that wanted to watch him fight, watch Vlad fight. And for all those years, and again, I hate David Haye, I fucking despise him and I think he's an absolute cunt. But all those years they took the piss out of David Haye and wailed on him and fucking dragged him through the dirt for doing the exact same thing that they've just done. It's they're cuntish about it. They need transparency, and they haven't given it.
That's always a dodgy sign of when you're hiding things. And it's just so like remember the way like the Porters went after fucking Paulie Malignaggi kicking off left, right, and centre, and everyone says, "Oh well, that looks a bit suspicious. Why are they kicking off like that?" And the way that they've been kicking off and saying they're going to do this, that, and the other. But I don't understand how they can intend to gain anything by suing him. Because regardless of what happens, is they failed a test. So whether it was only one or two, they failed one, so that's not false.
It's the same sample. That's the thing, and it's taken from the same.
It's not taken like one day and then like they take the B sample following.
No,
at
but
the same time.
One of those has still failed though. So regardless,
Yeah, but the other one didn't.
But still, for what they're saying is, and what they're trying to take them to court for, they're not going to be able to do it. They're saying that they've lied, saying that they failed. Well, they haven't. They've got two samples.
Ainsley, right, it's undeniable. This substance was in his test, otherwise it wouldn't have come up.
No, but right, and let's not be stupid.
There could be a million reasons why it was in
there.
Well, they said that the Furies are saying UK anti-doping agency said it probably came from something from a supplement.
Maybe it did, but maybe they right. We don't know what it is. We're never obviously going to know what it is. But what I'm saying is they've got a duty to make sure they're aware of that, and the fact that it's 18 months down the line, it's pretty difficult to get the fucking like any supplements tested, which is the normal routine.
Whose fault is that? Is that UKAD or is that the Fury's fault?
No, that's what I'm saying about that strict liability thing.
Yeah.
The UK anti-doping say if you take any substance, then you're putting yourself at risk. And if it doesn't even matter if there's being batch tested. Whether he intended to cheat or not doesn't matter because it was in his system. Everyone could just plead ignorance, couldn't they? If you look at Enzo Macronelli served a ban because he took a substance
Dillian White was the same.
That he didn't know what was in there. So did Tony Dodson. You can't just. I think it's really anyone can say, oh well, I didn't know what I was taking or I didn't intend to take it. If it's in his system, whether he intended to or not, he's benefited from it.
And I'd like to think we aren't so ignorant towards stuff. We all know about how shit works and they like microdosing, things like that. We don't know that they have done it. We don't know that they haven't done it. We don't know what's gone on. But the duty of proof's not on us, really, is it? They've got to somehow prove. If it is a supplement, then they should have got it fucking tested.
Yeah, Ainsley, do you know what? We're also just saying that his A sample tested positive, his B sample didn't, as if that exonerates him.
It does.
There wasn't one failed test. Louis Fury also failed the test as well.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying because they take the same supplements.
But there's not been.
Shit.
Don't doubt that.
If you look carefully, they've not actually said anything about Huey's tests. It's only been about Tyson's. So.
Well, they've both been cleared, haven't they, to fight?
Yeah, that's the point.
If been charged though, so the fact that they've been charged says it enough. So it means that B sample coming back as
doesn't clear them.
Doesn't mean it hasn't cleared them, yeah.
Well, they're pending investigation now, aren't they?
Yeah, but right? Because if what you're saying is the case is, if a B sample's clean, then they're clean. That's obviously not the case because they wouldn't be able to take to charge them over it. It'd be pissing it in the wind. They're not going to fucking try and do it if they know they're going to lose. So they must have something to take them to a hearing.
Well, all I want to know is why it's taken so long from a test last February to be proved that there was something in it now.
Well, yeah, and does that not fucking make you? Does that not
that's
make you think?
That's got nothing to do with the Furies. That why would?
Why have they not said anything now?
This is why.
This is what I'm saying, Ainsley. Why would UK Anti-Doping Agency? Why would they wait until now to say anything?
But they didn't say anything, did they? It was leaked.
Yeah, exactly. Why would
It
they not
shouldn't
say
have to
anything
be leaked. It
Yeah.
should be public knowledge. It should have been announced as soon as they took that test. They didn't keep that his piss in the fucking fridge for 17 months and then decide to open it now. They should
No,
have done the test and realized, oh shit, this A test has come back saying he's positive for Angelo. We're going to open the B test now, and then we should have had results literally done.
Seconds later, innit? Boom, straight away.
A couple of days.
But
legally though, they have to let a period for appeal. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, 17 months is way too fucking long for that. But you know, in the case, and it should have been sorted quicker considering.
The appeal is to open your B sample. That's what how the system goes. You get your A sample back, and if it comes back positive, you can appeal to go to the B sample. If that comes back negative, you're fine. And that's what happened. But why has it taken so fucking long?
But right. Say if this were Joshua, people would not probably be signing on. Oh well, it's just a fucking thing. Oh, he's being microdosing or some shit.
No, I don't really care about Fury whether he's taking it or not. I'm not interested in that. I want to know why the drug testing agency's taken 18 months to.
Exactly. Well, they did it with Thompson. They've fucking probably done it 100 times.
No. But Thompson was banned and then they released it after.
Yeah, exactly. Why are they hiding this?
Yeah, this is different, isn't it? Because Fury's not been
only
banned for 18
different
months
because
and
it's
then
been leaked. Because if
they didn't ban Fury for 18 months and then say after, oh, actually he was banned for a bit.
Well, he's in the process of getting banned though.
Yeah, but he wasn't banned for 18 months, was he?
Yes,
but Thompson was banned, and then they said after the ban, like, oh yeah, he was banned.
Yeah, but the process probably would have worked the same way. So if they were going, he was banned until they went to this hearing. It could have gone to the hearing, and then they got an 18-month ban, which would have started from the point where they initially suspended him, which is probably the same as what happened with Tony Thompson. It's just that, but we just don't know the full things with Tony Thompson, so it appears from what we know it's no different to that.
I know what you're saying because. What's confusing is that now his suspension has been lifted until the hearing from his charge. We still don't know when that suspension started on the whatever date.
24th.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Why wasn't he suspended from February?
Yeah, the minute they test that, they know straight away, don't they? They know.
Well, there's been 16 months in between them getting banned. But
exactly, this is what I care about. I don't care if it was Fury or I couldn't give a shit if it was Lee Selby who's taking a test. All this seems to me is that the testing agency ain't fit for purpose, and if they're delaying stuff, then they're taking bribes, and if they're taking bribes, they're corrupt, same as all the other ones. If they're taking bungs to delay fucking failing tests and that, then they're obviously corrupt and they're not fit for purpose, so they got to go. Or they got to be reformed.
But you have to consider in shit like this, if they just decided to not say anything, hoping that the time passes and it just blows over, then they found out there's going to be this leak, so they've just thought, fuck it, we'll get in quickly.
Then fucking why would they let it blow over? This is what I want to know. I don't care about Fury. I mean, I know you've got a witch hunt against him because you don't like him. I understand that.
It's not him. I just think everything that they've just proven a lot of shit that they do and say is massively hypocritical and not.
Like it's quite funny, isn't it? Because we was on about this like not long before the story came out. Like if UKAD would cover something up for one of the big stars, and it might look like they have done.
Yeah.
Maybe to Fury's knowledge, maybe not to their knowledge.
Because we could get all this, the straight talking, blah blah blah. But then there's been nothing fucking said about all of this. It's come out, and instead of taking any fucking responsibility for it, and look, there's two types of responsibility. There's fucking knowingly putting it in your system and getting it in your system by taking a supplement and maybe not being aware of it. You're still responsible. They could just say, look, it might be a fucking supplement we've taken, we're going to find out.
They're not going to admit to it because the B sample came back clean.
No, but still, it's been in the system at some point. So I still just think it's ridiculous for them to try to allude to a conspiracy, because if it were a conspiracy, why the fuck would someone spike an A sample and not a B sample?
Well, that's what they're going to sue him for, innit? Or go to court about. They're going to claim,
how are they going to win?
They're not going to, are they? But they're going to try and clear their name. They're going to say, oh.
But how? What's the point?
Again, what we need to draw from this is that why are UKAD doing this? Why are they being so opaque, essentially? Why?
No, they did it. They were that Lizzie fucking Armistead, didn't they? Why is it taking that so long as well?
It came out that she fucking what was it? She ran away from 2 tests, 3 tests, or something.
Well, the first one was apparently not her fault, but the other 2 were her fault. And why is it
It's
just
the
come out
same-
like days before she was going to compete in the Olympics? Why not do it fucking ages ago when they knew? It's
Well,
like
when Mo Farah missed,
I know this ain't
Yeah,
boxing
Mo
related.
Farah as well.
he missed 2 tests, and the only reason it came out was because the BBC told everyone.
I know this ain't boxing related, but apparently with John Jones, the USADA, they knew about his fucking estrogen blockers long before they said anything. But
Well-
because the bloke who runs USADA likes to be in the limelight and that, they only released it a couple of days before just so it made the fucking news.
Well, apparently with that John Jones stuff, it is on the supplement.
He's dirty.
Well,
But either way, like, it's just it confuses me. These
But
drug
right.
testing agencies, like, I don't think they're for the good of the sport. I don't know who they work for
Because
or what
they're
they're doing.
bent.
But right.
That's why. They're bent. And
I
they can...
heard someone say this on the thingy, like, you don't expect it like Billy Britt, do you? Like, Johnny Foreigner's dirty, but us lot, we all think we're squeaky clean in it and don't do anything wrong.
Well, yeah, you look on fucking Twitter and you'll see all the people defending that fucking cyclist woman who skipped 3 tests, and they're saying, well, she didn't fail a test, so she's innocent. Don't assume that she's a druggie. Well, she fucking didn't fail a test because she didn't fucking take a test. That's why. She fucking ran away when the fucking testing man came up to her.
But
That
then-
is just as bad as failing a test in my eyes.
Well, it's
You are
worse.
supposed to report where you are at all times to these testing agencies, and if you don't, that's a violation, because the way doping works these days, it's in and out of your system in a couple of fucking days. So if a testing agency will say, well, we're going to come around tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to get a sample, make sure you're at home, or if you're at work, or if you're at your gym, tell us where you are, and we're going to be there. And they'll do that, and if you're not there, you should get fucking suspension, because that is blatantly avoiding a test because you're trying to hide something.
Yeah. But apparently, I can't remember who put this on Twitter the other day, but up until 2 weeks ago, there was something put on the fucking UKAD website, and you know it shows people who are serving bans, and basically they put it on like governing body, British
Yeah,
Boxing
it's all
Board
there,
of
yeah.
Control, and the fucking name was like blurred out. They didn't put the name there. So what they're basically saying is, oh yeah, we've banned someone, but you can't know who it is.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Now I think there's a lot of there's questions to be asked of fucking so many people here, but.
And this ties in with the thing that annoyed me earlier. Danny fucking flexing, banging on about proper journalism. Why doesn't he look into something like this? This is a fucking story that is ready to break for anyone. Fucking drug testing in this sport. And it is so easily done. I mean, talk to someone like Larry O, who is so open about how drugs were and how they, so how many people abuse them in certain gyms. You can make a huge story about this, but no fucker will do it because they're scared of their press passes being revoked. They're scared of their rights being revoked to certain fighters. Scared of any sort of backlash. I mean, we know that there's criminal activity behind a large group of fighters, shall we say, and a certain gym. There's criminal activity behind certain gyms, and people won't do it because the whole fucking sport is bent as fuck, and there's no journalist out there worth his salt that's gonna fucking touch this subject, no matter who's behind it, and it's fucking disgusting. It's up to us wankers to sit here tossing each other off, talking about fucking drug testing and moaning about it without a shred of proof, and people bitch about it in the chat again with because we can't do anything about it. It's all a fucking horrible, nasty mess.
Yeah, but it's the problem. It's like for Fury. The issue is if he is genuine, if he hasn't done anything, he can't. It's going to be very hard for him to prove that now. But that's probably not helped by it being delayed. If they'd have sorted all this out at the time, it could have got his supplement tested, and they found it in there. And it's like, yeah, it's in your supplement. That's fine.
Well, even if he would take it, I wouldn't be shocked if he was cool. I wouldn't be shocked if any of them was cool, because I think they're all doing it.
Oh.
But the testing agencies should be catching them, and when they do catch them, releasing the stuff they've got, not hiding it for 18 months. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Not that it's joy, because it wouldn't shock me at all anyway. It wouldn't, like I said, it wouldn't shock me with anyone. But the agencies should be saying what they know, who they've caught, when they caught them, how they caught them.
Yeah, but they're not going to go into that because then that fucking gives people an advantage.
Not necessarily how they caught them, but when they was caught, what they was caught with, what they was caught taking, stuff like that. Not wait 15, 16 months and then get it released by some fucking Sunday newspaper journalist.
But they've got a duty. The fucking drug agency has a duty to tell people what's going on as it's happening as soon as they can. Not fucking that much time later. It's just ridiculous. It just fucking
move on from this anyway, because it's boring, and
Yeah.
you just get bogged down by it. And you go around in circles.
yeah. Fuck Bellew for fighting BJ Flores.
Yeah, that's a good point. Brian, you there?
I just jump into the steroid stuff when it concerns slagging Femi, because he's a big fucking prick.
Big fucking roiding prick.
I hope he gets. I hope he gets fucking popped at some point, and I hope fucking Press gets point.
Can we just say, actually, going back to Fury's Huey Fury versus AJ, I argued with Ainsley about this earlier on, but now I've kind of sided with him. That's a cash out. That
Yeah, what? Right? Peter Fury said fucking very recently that Huey needs like 3 or 4 fights. Then all of a sudden, he's fucking banging a drum saying that Earn shat it over it. And there's only one thing that's changed in that time.
He's been popped for a drug test.
Well, I mean, I don't. You know what? I'm just fucking sick of everything with the fucking heavyweights.
Fucking raging about absolutely nothing. You're raging about a hypothetical fucking fight, man. You really need to start fucking taking drugs or something.
And you think that that's a genuine fucking line from Peter Fury? You don't think there's anything fucking?
I couldn't give a fuck, to be perfectly honest. I would accept the fight because he fights fucking worse guys.
I still think it's shit, to be honest.
You think everyone's shit, man. Honestly, man, like you probably think fucking Kovalev's fucking shit and fucking.
Oh, he'll be raging on the week of the fight. He'll be fucking raging about it.
Aye, fucking absolutely beeling, man. You're raging about everything, but when fucking Golovkin announced to fucking fight Brute, you had your fucking dick between your legs trying to shag your own arse.
Fight the decade.
Right, so to shoehorn and fucking Kell Brook in there, I heard them on a podcast about a week ago. It just shows you how dumb this fucker is, right? I'm training well. I'm over fucking Lanzarote or something like that. Fucking training well. I'm eating myself into the weight. Now, that is the most fucking ridiculous thing that you can say. You don't eat yourself into the weight. You fucking grow into the weight. You don't just fucking munch your way up to fucking get to. Like, we all know Brook's fucking massive anyway. Because like we seen him with his tap off last week. No, he's all fucking ripped, toned and all that as it is. He must just like kind of pile a bit of fucking fat on. But what the fuck? Like, how does that give you any confidence? Oh, I'm just going to eat my way up to 160. So basically, I'm just going to be a big fucking fat heavy cunt. That's what he's going to do. Is he going to do a Canelo and just come in at 160 pound? I think that's going to be a fucking good idea.
Khan actually gave it a good go, to be fair to him. He just got chinned because he's fucking made a glass.
Anyone was getting knocked out by
I
that
think
shot.
Brook is genuinely there for the payday. I think that's what's more.
Not everyone would have been
coming
stupid enough to fucking get in a position where Canelo can land that shot, though.
But he still tried. That's the point.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I'm just like, because everyone's like, oh, what a massive shot it was, but well, whatever. It's irrelevant.
I honestly think that you could find a fault out of winning the lottery.
Oh, I won with these numbers, but it's not the fucking ones I wanted.
Fucking 20 fucking million euro bastards.
What am I gonna do with all this fucking money? It's not gonna fit in my pockets. Fucking hell.
Honestly, man, fucking sometimes you remind me of Steptoe, son.
Oh, you better hope you don't win the lottery, because there'll be a massive fucking uptake in a death toll in that WhatsApp chat overnight.
You kill yourself if you won the lottery. You blah, fuck this, man. I'm fucking miserable. I don't want no happiness.
Don't worry about me. You'll see me fucking outside your window, just ready to fucking take your head clean off your shoulders if I win that.
You'd fucking drive up to my house and probably fucking hang yourself outside my window. Just go and think you were going to haunt me or something.
No, mate. He'd knock on the door, he'd hear your dogs, and he'd fucking shut it and run back home.
I'd maybe just take one of his dogs.
Aye, then kill yourself.
Maybe. But then you'd never find the dog, so you'd be fucking gutted.
Colin Hart, the same podcast. I quite like Colin Hart because he shot on fucking Femi's fucking fans.
And Can, he shot on Can quite a bit as well.
But everybody shites on Can. He shot on Femi and he shot on the fucking fans. He says there would be literally there's no boxing fans that go to his fucking fights. So there's not any person that knows a fucking single thing about boxing that goes to his fights. And you could tell Colin Hart's old school. He doesn't fucking like this, man. He fucking hates casuals. I can sense it in his fucking voice the way he was talking. He wanted to just turn around to Gareth A. Davis and says, listen, Gareth A. Davis, Eddie Hearn's a cunt and I hope every fucking casual dies in a fire. He was fucking gasping to say it. It was good. I was like...
It's just something that Hearn's been bringing up a lot more lately, isn't it? This sort of hardcore helmet nonsense and shit like that. I mean, what do we... I've always been of the thought that, you know, it sounds so elitist, and I'm not trying to make it come across that way, but I genuinely believe that the casuals that Femi brings in, like Colin Hart, they are not good for the sport because they are not boxing fans in any which way, shape or form. I mean, you get some fighters who bring in casuals who are the guys that watch a few boxing fights a year. They're semi-interested in it. They try and talk about it, but they're still fucking thick as fuck. The people that Femi brings in are the hangers-on, the birds, the fucking people that are there for a night out to say that they saw Anthony Joshua bang some fucking waster out, and they've no interest in learning more about the sport, and that's the market that Sky are after, and they want to appeal to them because they're going to keep paying for absolute shite, because that's all they know. They're used to absolute shite all the time, and if you've got a market where the largest chunk of your audience are fucking idiots, they're going to try and keep them as fucking idiots, and no one's going to ever learn. The sport's not going to grow from it, because it hasn't grown from it. How can you say the sport boxing's in a good place when we've got more pay-per-views than ever now?
Yeah, but
that's not good.
We all started at one point as a Mongy casual, and it was probably some fight that all the hardcores then would be like, oh, fuck it, all these casuals being dragged into this shit. What did you start with then?
Casuals are a modern invention, I swear to God. You didn't have droves of people fucking sending each other fucking pages about Lennox fights.
I know. My brother and my uncles and all that were massive boxing fans, and they always obviously like got the Mike Tyson pay-per-views and stuff, so I would like go over and watch them. And at no point
you'd go over watching Mike Tyson casual.
Yeah, but the difference is here, I'm not sitting here watching fucking Tyson fight and saying, you know what, he'd fucking absolutely kill fucking Jack Johnson, wouldn't he? Aye.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And my first fucking fight ever, I've said this before, was Lennox Lewis v Frank Bruno, but I was in my York at the time and I was watching it in a mad English bar, fucking yawn time, standing on cockroaches outside. But at no point was I trying to tell this is like, my nephew's a casual, right? And if he says something stupid, I'll correct him, and I don't try to be like, you know how like we just tear people to shreds when they say something stupid. I try fucking explain myself to him, and he'll ask me stuff. He doesn't turn around and say, oh, I watched that Luke Campbell at the weekend. He's amazing. Would he beat Floyd Mayweather? He'd beat Floyd Mayweather, wouldn't he? He doesn't say shit like that. He will ask me a question because he knows these fucking casuals now are so fucking. They are so blinkered. They think what they see is the gospel. And then when you tell them, you're one of the keyboard warriors, what the fuck are you on about? They cunts offering you a fucking square go. You wee fucking knob jockey.
It's not even hard to know a little bit about the sport these days, is it? You just type in someone's name and just go on their box record if you're that interested. You can find out who they fought. It's
the same when somebody replies back that you're a keyboard warrior, or you fucking you stay with your mom, you live in a bedroom, and I'm like, well, every cunt lives in a fucking bedroom at some point. They cunt's going to sleep on the couch all the time, right? But at the same, that's their go-to argument is because it's entwined in them. Because Eddie Hearn says that shit, and see when Eddie says that shit, you know you're fucking God to him because he gets pissed off and tries to either insult your looks or insult your fucking personal life. That's all he's got. So he's got. All you need to do is turn around and say him, fair enough, Eddie, you've got me there. What about Jody Marsh?
But like, when you tell people shit and like they don't like it, it's either, oh, you're a troll or you're a fucking keyboard warrior. But like, when the fucking Brook fight got made, another group chat that and everyone's fucking going mad about it, saying they're going, like, oh, it's gonna be a minute fight. So I just put no, he's gonna get chinned.
Group chat?
That's
Is
a
this a
rider
secret
chat.
group chat? Is that a secret group chat with the boxing asylum?
No, it's the rider
Is
chat. I
it?
think.
No, it's not a rider. It's not any cunts. You know.
Is it? Who's in that? Is Andy P and fucking Seb in that in there?
No, mate. It's me. I'm not going to say it, actually. I'm just fucking... anyway, but like I'll say, well, Brooks and Marshall, why is it...
Who is it? Who's in the chat?
Doesn't matter.
Go on.
Shout it. You shout it.
No, I was going to make a... I only backed out of making a fucking... sarky comment. No, it's a football fucking group chat, this one, mate. It's for the football.
Where those Sheffield
Yeah,
United fans?
Pops is in it because he's a Sheffield United fan now.
Them blades.
Oh, so it is fucking John Ryder and fucking cycling and all that then?
Fuck that, I don't go
There's a
in
really
that
good
shit,
fight coming up on the Olympics, if any of you can't see
Fuck
it.
Olympic boxing.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
It's that Egorov guy. He's fucking shit up. And so against Hernandez, I think it is.
oh
Right.
god, if Fowler fucking gets beat tonight.
Another thing.
Oh, that'd be so fucking good. I'm gonna wank myself fucking silly tonight if Fowler loses, honest to God.
Dominic Kingle turned round and says that Barrera beat a fucking past at Naz.
Who said this?
No, it was a fucking Naz lost to a past at Barrera. That's exactly what he said. No, Dominic Ingle's just a big fucking steroid bastard, right? And I don't think Barrera was fucking past it at all. The guy went on to get 2 fucking wins against Morales when Morales was in his fucking peaking off. I think that was a right fucking stupid thing to say. I know he's better as fuck about Naz because Naz hated his dad, but what we're learning now is Brendan Ingle could have been a nonce.
Well, it was confirmed by Johnny Nelson.
Yeah, he did. What was
He
it,
said he
Johnny
was the
Nelson
same as
said?
Castomato. So it's been confirmed.
Yeah.
And
his name's not Johnny.
We know for a fact that Brendan Ingle had his fingers up Naz's ass. We know that for a fact.
Brendan Ingle was fucking weird. Like, he had that Irish accent because he was Irish, right enough. But the first thing I think like, sometimes the old Irish guys is like priests, paedophiles, raping Waynes. That's what kind of goes through my head.
A lot of the lads in the gym used to have like a middle party and they'd be a good boy.
I was waiting for the nonce chat. I think we should open this up now to just randomers from Twitter. I mean, have you got anything else to talk about?
Right, can we just slug Bellew off?
Oh, fuck him for Flores. That's absolutely
right,
fucking
and I'd have accepted a little bit of shit, right? But BJ Flores is like, oh my god, I can't even...
You know what's funny about BJ Flores is that he always picks on light heavyweights and always gets beat by them as well.
It's shit.
He doesn't know how to cut the ring off.
He asked his dad, didn't he?
Yeah, I was looking for that earlier, Brian, but the only fucking footage of the fight, they've not got none of the shit in between rounds, so I couldn't see it. But I did see it the 11th round. I've not actually watched that fight. I watched one round earlier. The 11th round, I have never seen anything as embarrassing in my life. So like, fucking Shumanov's just like boxing off the back foot. And he's literally, Flores is just fucking following him round, right? And all he's doing is he just like keeps waving his arms towards him. He's not got a fucking clue.
Do you reckon David A is going to be in the ring after Bellew kills Flores? You know, like Rocky 4 when Rocky's got Apollo Creed in his hands and Drago looks like if he dies, he dies. Do you reckon they're going to set up that? So
It'd be funny.
Roy Jones is fighting at the weekend.
But what the fuck is Bellew doing, man? Even taking this fight?
O'Brien, have you watched any of this Olympic boxing?
Have I watched what?
The Olympic boxing. Have you watched much of it?
I've watched the Paddy Barnes fight last night.
Well, there's a lot of female refs, so just like to get your opinion on that.
It's a fucking absolute fucking howler earlier on for Paddy Barnes. What was that? Oh, she had like tits and she didn't look as if she was wearing a brand. They were all over the fucking place, and she was just a big horrible fucking mutant. Why is there women referees? What is women? I don't get it. Why can't they just referee women's boxing? Why do you need to infiltrate fucking men's sport? It's men's sport. Fuck off, you dykes. They can't fucking like you. I bet they don't even have a fucking clue about boxing either, because I've watched them and they're breaking up nothing. Somebody literally throws a jab and they break them up.
Well, they do, don't they? If their heads get too close,
There's another fucking lesbian in it. Look, Look at the fucking state here with her fucking short hair and all that. Women with short hair. See, unless you're fucking right tidy like that Frank out of Saturday's not. Look at that fucking Nicky that.
She's got to be Russian, that one.
Have you seen Bellew's tweet?
What she said?
Fucking, I can't be arsed with this shit. Another one. He's tweeted, anyone slitting high-level sportsmen or women needs to take a good look at themselves and ask, what am I doing with my life?
Well, on Saturday then, when Everton get pumped.
Yeah, that's what. Well, Danny Robson's just fucking tweeted him saying, "I've seen you slate footballers, politicians, X Factor singers, and other boxers. Log off and make your fight with PJ Flores."
He had so much goodwill after that Makubu fight. It's gone.
I can't be arsed with it, man. Like, I'd have took a bit of shit for his next fight because you just like. But what I can't be arsed with is where they're going to say, "Oh well, this is a good option," right? Fucking breed this as a mandatory, so they could have took the piss. Earn can just pay whatever, and they take like fucking 80% of it. But I mean, fucking hell.
What time's Fowler on?
11:15.
Oh, ages.
Right. We're just going to get to the previews of the fights for the weekend, and then we can go out of here.
What fucking fight?
Yeah, what fight?
Just fight.
Are you serious?
He is.
What's his
right.
He's fighting Rodney Moore.
Oh, Big Moore? Big Moore, is he?
It's not even got a one-star. Box rate normally give one-star.
Fighting that guy?
And Blake Caparello's fighting as well.
Oh, this weekend is better.
Capabomo.
There's absolutely no boxing on this
Oh
weekend.
my god. I've just got this Rodney Moore's record up. If Roy Jones loses this is mental. He's lost like his last 9 fights. Consecutively.
Is Blake Caparello Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a guy who dropped fucking Kovalev with that little shitty jab to the body.
Oh, Joe Bronco's fighting and all. He's a fucking bum.
Aussie Joe Bronco.
And Joe Painter, we all know Joe Painter. What a fucking shite time. Boxing has balls.
Where's it this month, innit? You never get nothing.
No, it's the end of the... I hate when they call it the boxing season. It's the end of the season. Like, fuck off, no it isn't.
Mohammed Bashir is making his debut in New Zealand.
Oh, good. I've been looking forward to that. He was a great amateur.
I seen him with the Golden Gloves.
What one?
Oh, Tatlick's
2013.
I saw him knock out Paddy McCord.
No.
He's got a good fucking...
He's got a good chin.
You never beat Paddy McCord.
I've sparred Paddy McCord. It's a fucking nightmare.
It's like a sledgehammer, isn't he?
You just can't fucking get away from him.
There's some women's boxing in Denver, Colorado this weekend. Alma Garcia is fighting. She's 1-4-0 against Amorena Baca.
Has anyone got that voice message of Terry on about how much he was shitting himself the other night?
No, I've not got that.
Oh, wait. I need to get these ready before, really.
You said it yesterday about 9 o'clock, when it 8-9 o'clock.
Well, seems we've got nothing else to talk about. Graham's quit this fucking chat because...
Yeah, Graham shut it. He's not saying anything for
Graham's quit the chat because he's an orange bastard. His team fucking... His team did.
As Lee Wallace told him to leave.
Yeah.
So, like... Since there's nothing else to fucking talk about boxing, I think we'll finish off with something like this.
Oh. Can't hear it.
This Rocco?
No.
Wait, I've nearly got to the Rocco one.
Me and their good lady wife had a lovely bit of sex. So, before we went away for the night,
fuck's sake.
Don't get me wrong, she's never like forward in the sex thing, don't dress up and all that sort of stuff. You've got the blindfold and these handcuff things. So we was doing it, and she had a top on, so I lifted it over her and like had it over her nose and her eyes so she couldn't see. So I was like, where's that handcuffs and where's that fucking blindfold that you've got? And sometimes I was searching for all the fucking drawers. This was at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Searching for all the drawers. And she found them in this chest of drawers. Put his blindfold on. But it was like that Batman mask there, like the nose bit. Instead of just being a normal blindfold that covers the eyes, it had like and like pointed. So I put it on, and she looked like fucking Batman. So I said, "Oh look, I feel like I'm doing that." Stupid fucking blindfold.
Oh.
Batman. And I handcuffed her, and I fucking went to town. I squirted her all over the fucking place.
I found the one Terry describing the fucking shitting world.
Alright, go and play this and then we'll knock it on the head.
This is a minute long.
Hold on. Is anyone watching the Olympics?
Yeah.
Did you just see that knockdown? It wasn't given.
It doesn't count, does it? Even if you get a knockdown and you don't get a 10-8, it makes no difference.
Yeah, it's still a knockdown. Oh, you did the right one. He went down and the refs just let him carry on.
Oh, I suppose.
Well, Terry sent a few weird ones last night. There's one of him fucking speaking to some guy about me getting a tip.
Oh, the Arab guy?
Yeah. I'll play this one.
Cornwall Tuesday, why?
Oh, shit. Hold on.
We come back from Cornwall Tuesday. Wife had the shit Tuesday and Wednesday. Niece and her boyfriend come to stay Thursday. I picked them up from the station. They got there an hour later. I got the shits. I had the shits all day Thursday. You think they would have gone home? No, they were staying till Sunday. No intention of going home. I had the shits Thursday. Felt a bit rough Friday. Wife got the shits again Friday. They still stayed there. Last night I went out to work. Come in 3 o'clock in the morning. Just at me Kentucky. Wife texts me. She's gone stand for a wee. Niece is in the toilet. She's been sick and diarrhea. So I was sleeping in the front room on a double blow-up bed. I was laid there till 8 o'clock this morning watching YouTube. And the niece kept coming down every hour, either with a bucket full of sick or needing a shit. So it's been a nightmare.
So it's basically diarrhea for about 2 days.
A week.
Everyone's had it. Camo.
What's the chat saying?
They're just saying, what the fuck is this?
That's what you get for eating KFC.
I thought we were staying on until Fowler was on.
Oh, we're going to drag this bitch out, are we?
Just post a link on Twitter. Let fucking randoms come on.
We might as well for 10 minutes.
Oh, Don, I've got something for fucking people to hear. The voice note. Listen to this, people.
Get in! Fuck you, Islander cunt!
Yes! Get in, I stand by that.
I think we'll just fucking call this a wrap.
That Yank one, then.
Yeah, it's good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did that American guy win that? He can fucking put in his arms.
Yeah, the ref didn't give it though.
Looks like you got Demetrius Andrade in his corner with that bloody goatee beard.
Racist, but just because he's black.
They all look the same.
Right. Wow. I've been the host, Brian King. Thanks for everybody jumping on. I fucked the podcast at the start, but whatever. I've been off for a week. I've not had a wank for 2 weeks. My balls are huge. Goodbye.